Okay, I would like to start off this video by talking a little bit about my backstory when it came to Star Wars. I grew up on the original trilogy, but I also grew up on the Phantom Menace. Um, yeah, I was born in April 24th, 1998, and me and my older brother, we were kind of in the same range of the same age, and so I my favorite color was green, and I really connected with Qui-Gon. I loved his beard, I loved his hair, and my brother he connected to Obi-Wan, not just from the original trilogies, but just the way he was in there as well. And Qui-Gon Jinn has always been that guy for me. He's always been that role model, mentor that I strive to be. Even now, a lot of his lessons still I still have, like the way he talked, the way he acted, was all very. It felt free. It felt like that one teacher that was your favorite teacher who just didn't give a crap about the rules that were established. If he would teach you math, he would also teach you easy methods to understand math through money or something like that, and teaches you how to finance and stuff. You know, teaches you more than you're supposed to, or more that you're supposed to understand at your specific age. And when he showed up in Kenobi, I cried. I can't remember all of it because so much has happened since then. But I recently re-looked at one of Star Wars Theories' little shorts on YouTube, and I I looked at, there was an old comment that I had on there that says, "I love this so much," and there's got one like on it. And I texted or commented again now in 2023, and was telling people that Qui-Gon was that guy for me. Like how Theory cried when Luke popped up. Qui-Gon was that, and you know, when Luke popped up, Theory cried real hard, but I didn't. I really, really, really wanted to, but as much as I like Luke, he was never really that person that I really connected with. I connected with him, but in a different way. I there was something more about Anakin that I related to a lot more than Luke. Luke actually did kind of feel more like a part of me, so more like the son I never had kind of thing. And it was hard for me to kind of be like, hey, Luke is a fan, my fan favorite character or something like that, because I was a lot more connected to Anakin, especially in Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars, even Darth Vader. Darth Vader was just there as a as like what I knew I could be if I went down a darker path. So when it came down to Anakin, I have all that anger in me. I have all that feeling of rage and uncontrolled power. But for the past couple of years, I'm 25 now, and I've learned so much that since then that has made me feel like I understand Anakin a little bit more than I normally did growing up, because in a way I was living his living the life of someone who's like Anakin, where I cared too much. I guess people say I'm an empath, where I feel other people's feelings, so I'm kind of like a mirror to someone's like emotions, and that's why a lot of people hate my guts sometimes. and and so it hurts when when I do feel like I'm Anakin sometimes, and Qui-Gon did feel like a mentor father figure to me, but none of my dad or my stepdad really felt like Qui-Gon. Not really. It felt like your favorite teacher, like I said at the beginning of this video. He was someone to kind of idealize, you know, his philosophies, his teachings, and you're supposed to adapt, not just like not just copy what he does, but adapt and make those teachings a lot more understanding and a lot more better, and make those teachings evolve into something even more than what they previously were. Because sometimes the teachings become outdated and you have to adapt and be a little bit better when it comes down to what you're trying to, what message you're trying to send, especially to another generation. Because some of the teachings, which we learn in different movies all the time, is that not everybody's gonna know how to do something the same way someone else did. Like in Kung Fu Panda, Karate Kid, The Karate Kid, with all the other stories of the Karate Kid movies and stuff like that. They all have their own martial art films and stuff like that, is what I'm really trying to get at. And they don't just copy Kung Fu, they make Kung Fu their own. So what this video is truly about is, I really do want a Kenobi season 2. And I want Reva to stay. I know that had nothing to do with the first part of the video, but the thing is, I hated Reva's writing, but I actually still care about the character. I want justice for Reva. I don't want this super raged out chick who is like, are you a Jedi? Are you a Jedi? I'm evil. I'm bad. I'm just destructive and all that stuff. Like, Kenobi's whole entire story just did not fit. I understood what they were trying to do, but it just took away a lot of the momentum of what they were really trying to do. I loved Owen, I loved Beru, I loved Obi-Wan, I even loved Leia, even though we've got way too many I forget what it's called, Common Co. I can't remember the story, but pretty much the Mandalorian and Grogu, the wounded Ronin and the child, pretty much. So, putting it out there, I want to see Reva in a different light. I want to see her, if she's going to be this kind of anti-hero character, if she pops up in season 2, which I do not recommend, but I want her in some other property, or even if they have to remake Kenobi season 1 and they just retcon the entire first season or something like that, and they just remake it like this is the true version or something like that. I want them to give her a more understanding role. Even if I have to make like a giant fan fiction about it, I will, because I'm technically already doing that with another project that I'll announce later on when I have stuff kind of complete for it. Reva, Reva just needs more of a story than just, a raged out kid who doesn't understand what their feelings are yet. I understand that she was hurt and everything, but she didn't become a character. She was just a means to an end. And if those Sith were, Inquisitors, actually gave a shit about their roles, I'm not talking about the actors, I'm talking about the in characters that were in the story, not the actors and actresses themselves, they should have killed her on the spot. Reva had way too many chances, and she was just undisciplined, and they acted more like Jedi than they did Inquisitors, and I feel like the Inquisitors would have probably killed her by now. And we probably should have had a little bit more conversation with Obi-Wan's focus than anybody else. because Reva, as much as she's like the co-star and everything, I feel like she should have had more development with the Padawans, and not like, oh, she's the sole survivor of all her best friends dying. I mean, I would have loved to see like more of Order 66 with her story, like her just running around with her friends, and like, let's say they all died or became Inquisitors, or they all just, you know, didn't like all those people we saw in the in the in those kind of Jurassic Park style amber things, and we saw like some children in there too. That should have been her friends, you know, like she was so scared that she turned into an Inquisitor, but all her other friends did not, or they, you know, kicked the bucket. And there could have been something more, like maybe one of the people that are on the run pops out to be, just so happens to be Reva's friend, and she ends up killing them and realizes that's not what she wanted. She wanted revenge for her friends, and her friends are still alive, and she doesn't know why she just did that. And she has like some big, like, holy crap, that this isn't what she wanted, you know. I don't mind her fighting Vader. I don't mind her trying to kill the Grand Inquisitor, but the Grand Inquisitor was not fun. He was boring, and he needed to be more of a, I am a elegant villain, you know, instead of him being okay, everybody just needs to listen to me. If you don't listen to me, I will hurt you in ways that you cannot comprehend. Okay. I am not the Grand Inquisitor because I'm boring and I can't move my head. Yet I'm over here moving my head. Anyway, that's all I'll say. This video is already too long. But you guys take care, and there will be another Star Wars video coming out in the future. But it's just it's a lot. It's you know, it's the holidays, and got a couple of days before Christmas, and I got to get my feelings straight before I can do anything else. But everything will come. And I hope that next year that everybody's ready for it, because I've got a lot of projects that I've had in the works for this year, and gotta say a lot of them have been starting to push more out to the light. And one of the biggest ones is a Star Wars one. It's just going to be a series that I'm going to do on here, a fan series, and I'll give you guys the name announcement eventually. I just want to make sure that I know how to edit the videos the way I want to, and doesn't waste a lot of time, because I'm going to be voice acting in the first couple of videos, and I will try my best to make it as interesting as I see it in my head. So till then, y'all take care, and may the Force be with you always.